Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, LCS Academy. Today I'm going to go over something that I love talking about. I'm going to talk about what it's like to be a hairstylist and everything you need to know if you want to get into this industry. There's so much information and there's so much to talk about. And if you are looking to get into being a hairstylist or owning a hair salon, I'm going to get into everything, good, bad, maybe stuff you haven't thought about. So let's get into it. First things first, being a hairstylist is so much more than just doing hair behind the chair. You have to get into being a customer service expert. You're basically running your own business essentially when you're dealing with your own marketing, your own schedule and stuff like that. You'll also have deep heart-to-hearts with clients a lot of the times. After you have been doing people's hair for an extended amount of time, a trust is built, and they're not just trusting you with their hair, they are trusting you with a lot of information, and they're sharing personal experiences with you. And a lot of times being a shoulder and an ear to listen is just part of the job, and it is very rewarding at the same time. Like, it can be kind of heavy sometimes, but if you're a people person and you just love to make people feel beautiful, you will honestly thrive. Number two, let's talk money, because this is something everybody wants to know about in the hair world. If you're wondering, can you make six figures as a hairstylist? The answer is absolutely yes. Will you start off making six figures right off the bat? No. Building a clientele takes time, and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes patience and consistency, and you have to really put the time and effort in to market yourself, especially in today's society where social media is so huge. In the beginning, you're probably going to be working different hours, maybe in the evening, on weekends. Typically how we do our scheduling here at the salon is we are open Tuesday through Saturday, and a lot of us work our evening shifts on Tuesdays and Thursdays because that's when the salon is open late. But those evening shifts allow you to build a clientele, because a lot of people are booking their appointments maybe after work or after school, and you don't want to miss that window of opportunity. On Saturdays, I know maybe you've seen a lot of people posting, oh, you don't have to work Saturdays to be successful, and although I feel like that's true to a point, I think that you have to be able to get to a point in your career where you're making enough income to support that decision. I think that working on Saturdays when you're first starting out is important for the same reasons I think working evenings is important, and it's just, again, that window of opportunity that you would miss when you're starting out. I think once you get into a position in your career where you're booking out, you have the income to support not working Saturdays, your clients kind of know your schedule, and you've sort of built up a portfolio, I think that it's easier for you to kind of then start to look at your schedule and say, like, okay, like, what do I want my career life to kind of look like? And then I think you can kind of make changes to that. But there is a lot of, I would say, freedom once you get to that point. Number three, going to hair school is literally just the beginning. It will teach you some stuff, and it teaches you the basics, but it doesn't teach you everything. The real education comes when you get into an actual salon and you're able to experience the day-to-day life of being a hairstylist. Things like client consultations, pricing, dealing with difficult clients, all of those come with real life experiences, and that's going to help you in the future, and that you can't really teach in school. When I went to school, we mainly focused on more theory, so we were going into the textbook and doing a lot of practice on mannequins, but it was very finger waves, perms, pin curl sets, roller sets, nothing of really what you see in today's trends, maybe a roller set. Blowouts are coming back. I'm here for it, but they're not in the same way. It was like very like old school roller sets under the dryer. And if I never kept up with my education after I went to hair school, I would not be where I am today. It's so important to outsource education, whether your salon that you're working in hosts like in-salon education, or you travel abroad to go look for different classes, and you meet so many incredible people when you do that. I find that that's another actual pro to the education, is even if you go to a class and maybe you feel like you didn't exactly learn a lot, or you were hoping to learn more, you never know who you're going to meet at these classes, and they can open so many doors for you. And even just having other like peers in the same industry is honestly really beneficial. Number 4, social media is your best friend. If you're not using social media to grow your clientele, then you're completely missing out. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of these are free sources to market yourself and get exposure. What I've been finding with social media is it's not so much like people want to see just hair photos or just hair videos anymore. A lot of people want to see aspects of you. They want to be able to relate to you. They want to see kind of what you're doing on your stories, what coffee you drink, what you're wearing, a day in the life, all of those, which it's something you're doing already. So why not just kind of document it and put it out there for people to see and be interested in your work, and it helps build that rapport. Just remember, the more visible you are, the more clients you can get in. Number 5 is setting up your boundaries and your pricing. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make as a new stylist is not setting out your boundaries right from the start. The reason why I think that this is extremely important is when you are starting out in your career, I know people are going to cancel on you last minute, and you're so excited to build this clientele that you've been working towards. And what I find is when you've been doing it for a little bit and now maybe you have a clientele, it's hard to kind of go back in and now try to implement these new policies that you have, whether it's a cancellation fee or a no-show fee, anything that you decide that you want to implement within like your boundaries and your policies. It's hard to go back in and sort of implement that with people who have been kind of getting away with it for so long. That's one thing that I wish we did when we started out, is have our contract or our client registration form like right from the day we opened. I wish we implemented that starting day one. We did it a couple years in and we didn't get too much like backlash or anything, but you just never know. It would have saved us from, you know, those people who do cancel last minute or don't show up. You have to remember your time is your money, especially in this business. So you don't want to be booking someone in who takes up half of your day or your whole day or whatever the case is, and then you miss out on that. Another thing is appropriately setting up all of your pricing. You want to be competitive. You don't want to be over the top, and you don't want to charge too little. If you charge too little, you might attract the wrong kind of clientele. If you're looking to get a clientele that isn't afraid to maybe spend a bit of money, get hair extensions, blonde clients, stuff like that, you want to market yourself properly and you want to set yourself up to attract those type of clients. One thing to remember as well when you are starting out, as much as you are going to be trying to have comparable pricing across the board, you want to be comparing yourself to other stylists who maybe have just started out. You don't want to be comparing your pricing to a stylist who's been doing hair for 10 years, because the pricing is just going to be a bit different. You want to make it worth your time and your worth for sure, but just remember that you can always like slowly up your prices. You don't want to have a pricing structure that you have a haircut, let's say for $50, and then it automatically jumps to like $80 if you decide to raise your prices. You want a pricing that you can slowly increase your prices little by little when needed, to adjust to like your experience level, education. All of that comes into effect when you are making up your pricing. All right, now you know everything you need to know about being a hairstylist. If there's anything that I missed or you specifically want to know, comment below and I'd be happy to share more details. It's a lot of work, but this career is so worth it. I love it so much. It's so rewarding. And if you're a people person, or you just love making people feel beautiful, or if you just honestly want to find a career where it just really doesn't feel like work, you go into a salon, you get to look cute all day, and you get to talk to people about what's going on with them, what's going on with you, and just making people feel great, then this career is 100% for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and we'll see you next time.